No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done.
Okay, people, so during my time of watching anime, especially over the last decade plus of me watching anime and talking about it here on YouTube, there's been a few series that, you know, they could get the waterworks going. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of the weekly stuff that I've watched and read throughout the years, they have their moments where they can get me a little bit, you know, sad and teary-eyed as well. But there's been a few series in particular that when I watched them, they really hit the waterworks, so to speak, in terms of they made me cry. Like, I remember the movie Grave of the Fireflies. That movie, oh my god, I can't really watch it too much. I can't watch it too much because it'll make me bawl my eyes out and just, oh my god, because it's a really sad film. Another one, Anohana, the flower we saw that day, or we still don't know the name of the flower we saw that day. I think that's how the full title is. That one had me at 6 in the morning, balled up, tearing eyes, like, oh my god, Mama. Like, that was bad. It had me crying my eyes out. And then come 2021's spring season of anime, a little series called To Your Eternity. I was like, let me fire it up. Let me see what it's all, you know, the hubbub about. And I really didn't know that it was sad. I just heard a lot of people saying, yo, this is a good one. So I was like, I bet, let's give it a shot. And to a certain degree, I kind of regret it. And not because, like, oh, it's a shitty series or anything like that, but fam, sometimes I don't want to get into the emotions. Sometimes I just want to watch something that, like a Nagatoro that's going to make me laugh a little bit, or Tokyo Revengers that maybe might get me a little bit emotional, but I'm just like, yo, this shit is epic, this story is dope. Then you get to Your Eternity, and oh my goodness, fam, unfortunately, I'm going to have to spoil a few things to talk about and really express my points, but, you know, I'll let you know when I'm going to do that. Because there was a moment in particular into Your Eternity that had me doing that cry, you know, yeah, that one. In case you ain't watched To Your Eternity, as of the recording of this video, there are 7 episodes out. I want to say episode 8 comes out within the next couple days or so, and it's basically about this immortal creature, this immortal being that throughout time, he continues to take the shape of different creatures, different people, things like that. It starts off, I believe the first thing he takes the shape of is of a wolf, and then little by little, he goes and he meets this guy, this lonely abandoned villager, and befriends him for a while. Eventually, the villager wants to venture out because he's kind of stuck in this cabin and he's been abandoned all on his lonesome, and circumstances happen where, spoiler alert, the villager meets his demise, and then the creature goes from taking the shape of the wolf, which he could still transfer back into it, but eventually takes the shape and the look of this villager that passed away. And that's kind of par for the course for the most part. A lot of the time, this creature, once he goes through some shit, he'll learn and take the shape of something that happens. But for me, in particular, a moment, because the next arc following that we go to, there's this village where they believe in, like, this god, you gotta make sacrifices. So think of, like, Higurashi when they cry, of, like, you know, oh shit, the Hinamizawa Cotton Festival where they gotta, you know, sacrifice somebody or something like that. They have something similar where they take a little child and they basically sacrifice it to this giant beast that is supposed to eat it to protect their village and bring prosperity and all that horse manure, you know what I'm saying? Just straight up bullshit. So this little girl, she gets chosen, she gets ripped away from her family, and there's a piece of shit that is really behind all of it that keeps on pushing the narrative forward of, yeah, this little girl gotta die. Eventually, she runs into the immortal being and names him Fushi, which, if I'm not mistaken, Fushi means, like, immortal, because again, this creature is pretty much immortal, and somewhat befriends him, and it's kind of like, oh shit, this is kind of cute, you know? I'm not knowing what to expect with To Your Eternity. At this point, I have no, you know, backing of, like, oh, I've heard this, that happens, or anything like that. So I'm just kind of like, okay, I see where this is going, or at least I thought of, hey, this is going to be, you know, the crew, him, this little girl, her older sister that is trying to save the little girl from, you know, being sacrificed to this god of this community and things like that. I'm like, I get where this is going. And the arc lasted a few episodes, if I'm not mistaken. You know, they get separated, they eventually face the giant beast, because it's like a humongous looking polar bear creature of sorts, and Fushi goes up against him at one given point, and eventually Fushi even learns how to take the shape of this giant beast. Before we get into this just gotta give you massive spoiler coming, massive spoiler coming. You've been warned. But fam, the moment that hit me, and it hit me hard, it hit me hard in the feels, is when eventually they're getting away, the little girl and you know, her big sister or whatnot, they're getting away, and as they're trying to get away, the person that's been basically trying to have the little girl killed this entire time shoots an arrow, and to save her older sister, the little girl jumps in front of the arrow, which again I did not expect at all, getting hit with the arrow and dying. And oh my god, I'm not even gonna lie, that shit shattered me. It shattered me to pieces, because I'm watching, you know, again, innocent little girl. I'm thinking that this is going to be a really cool little journey. I'm not expecting too much from this anime, and when they did that, it's like, yo fam, when I read certain, you know, action series, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, Black Clover, I'd be like, yeah, you know, a death will be impactful. Not a little girl though, fam. That's not what I want to see. And oh no, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if it's because I'm a parent or something that it hit me a lot harder, that I was just like, this little girl, what, why? And fam, this shit tore me apart. This tore me apart. And the fact that that was only like 5 episodes or so in that all of this went down, I'm like, yo, okay, if that was 5 episodes in, what the hell can I expect coming next? And if I'm not mistaken, the series was confirmed for 20 episodes, so we still got a ways to go. As of right now, there's about 7, 8 is about to come out, and I'm mind shattered because Fushi continues on. And the thing is that Fushi is little by little learning. Like, think of a Dorororo, like how, you know, originally the main character of Dorororo, he didn't know anything, he was kind of oblivious to a lot of things, and little by little he is learning. So as this is going on, he doesn't really understand that, yo, this is tragic, this is sad as hell. But where we're at right now, he's with an elderly lady, and he just came upon a village where this little boy, he got his face smashed in. Like, it's just nuts. Honestly, this is a very, very emotional roller coaster ride. Like, that's what I get from To Your Eternity thus far, and it was not what I expected at all. If you want something that is going to break you down, if you want something that is going to shatter you and have you doing the ugly cry after marathoning it at 6 a.m., To Your Eternity, fam. I still can't even believe what the hell I saw. And again, I love the fact that I just don't know where the hell this could go. To be honest with you, following that arc, I almost dropped it. I genuinely was going to drop it because emotionally I just couldn't take it. I was just kind of like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Again, as a father, I'm like, what the hell? This is too much. So with all that being said, I'm like, I don't know where the heck this could go. And I guess that's also the magic of it, that like, yo, it's not predictable by any means. And it's not that the death is, you know, leading the series or anything like that. It's the unpredictable nature, you know, him, Fushi having a battle in the park against this dude that seemingly created him, and there's still so much mystery there. Like, yeah, To Your Eternity, even though I know I spoiled some shit, go watch it if you want an emotional roller coaster ride, because it's different, sad as hell, tragic as hell. If you emotionally can stand it, give it a shot. But I'm curious what you guys think. Have you seen To Your Eternity up until this point? How do you feel about it? Did you get close to dropping it after the emotional roller coaster ride it's been thus far? Where do you expect it to go? If you haven't checked it out, will you watch it based on my recommendations? Granted, there have been some spoilers, I know, but yeah. That's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and yo, To Your Eternity. If you try and break me down like you did with that arc with the little girl one more time, we gonna have some problems, fam. I can't do it. Have an awesome one.